Good day, ma'am. I am Sir C. Alconra. On behalf of Grouper, I now to present our report about purchasing, receiving, storage, and issuing. First, I task to report about purchasing. So, what is purchasing? Purchasing is the process of getting the right product into a facility at the right time and place, plus the amount of goods at the right price and right source. An act of buying. It is a complex activity because it involves a lot of decision making in obtaining the best quality with the least money, time, and energy. There are classification of food purchased. 1. Perishable food are food items that have short, useful life after they have been received. Items that are liable to spoil or decay. Example is meat, poultry, seafood, fruits, vegetables, butter, and eggs. 2. Staple food are food items that have longer shelf life, often stored on shelves at room temperature, usually in a storeroom. Example are groceries and canned goods. And 3. Contract items are food items usually consumed every day and thus have to be purchased on the basis of negotiated contract. Example are coffee, milk, oil, ice cream, noodles, breads, and etc. In buying, there are guidelines that we should remember. First, buy by weight. Second, buy by count or size. Third, buy by brands or trade names. And last, buy foods in season. In buying foods, we should be wise in choosing the products. In purchasing meat, we should consider the desirable characteristics of each type of meat. Buy only the reliable sources or markets that are regularly inspected. Choose meat reasonably free from bruises and foul odor. Check whether the meat is freshly butchered or frozen. Choose cuts of meat suitable to the preparation desired. Look for the stamp of the Bureau of Animal Industry, and lastly, buy exact quantity to be used.
As continuation to Mr. Alconera's report about purchasing, now I'm going to talk about the factors in wise buying of food. So, purchasing poultry. Age is an important consideration. Full-grown poultry has a better flavor. Young birds are usually tender and contains little fat. Second, consider the condition of the bird when it was slaughtered. Third, select the type best suited for the recipe. And last, be vigilant for any deterioration such as foul odor and discoloration. Next, purchasing seafood. First, fish and other seafood should be fresh. Second, fresh fish has bright and full eyes, gills are bright red and clean, flesh is firm, and scales are intact. Now, let's talk about purchasing fruits and vegetables. First, vegetables should be brought fresh. Second, green vegetables should be green and crispy vegetables should be crispy. Third, check that they are clean, free from damaging cuts and bruises, and are not oversized. And lastly, choose fruits in season. Vegetables should no sign of wilting and are free from dirt. Lastly, let's talk about distinguishing between perishable and non-perishable foods. So what are these perishables? Perishables are those items, typically fresh food, that have short useful life after they have been received. And non-perishables are those food items that have longer shelf life.
Receiving is the point at which food service operation inspect and takes legal ownership and physical possession of item ordered. Generally means the food is delivered from a known supplier, protected from contamination and at a safe temperature. It ensures that the food and supplies determined or delivered match the established quality and quantity specification.
This time, we will discuss the steps of receiving in food service industry. We have 5 steps. First, match the delivery to purchase order. First, ensure the delivery has come to the right place by matching the details in the consignment note to the purchase order raised by your business. Second, check the products are not damaged. Check the product to ensure the items are not damaged or malfunctioning. Third, log received items into your inventory. Enter the items you have received into your warehouse management system as soon as possible, including the date and quantities received. This will allow the stock to allocate it to new or allocate storage space for goods. It's important to pack away on your delivery promptly to ensure no items become lost or damaged. Fifth, notify your accounts payable department. Send a copy of the signed and dated consignment note to your accounts payable team. This information can then be matched with the invoice from the supplier to ensure payments are only made for items that were actually received. These 5 steps is important to ensure that the food and supplies delivered match the established quantity and quality specifications.
How to conduct storage of food service industry. Food safety needs to be at the forefront of your mind when unpacking and storing food deliveries. Always store raw food in selected or covered the bottom of the fridge. General food storage area maintenance tips. Keep all storage areas clean and dry. Clean floors, walls and shelving, coolers, freezers and dry storage areas on a regular basis. Clean dollies, carts, transporters and trays often. Do not line shelving. All items should be 6 from walls and floors. Make sure each food item has a specific place for storing and is labeled. Prepare doors and windows that don't close tightly.
Types of storage. In any types of food service operation, limited storage are essential. First, dry storage. Second, refrigerated storage. And last, frozen storage. So dry storage, food normally stored in dry storage include rice, dal, spices, and canned food. So here's the dry food storage step. First, dry storage should stay cool and dry. Then there should be good ventilation to keep temperature, humidity consistent. Second, refrigerated storage. The storage spaces plan and maintain proper temperature. Used for storing raw and cooked food. Last, frozen storage. The most perishable food like milk and milk products and fish are placed under frozen storage.
I am Rhea Richan Agad. I'm going to report about issuing process, which is foods assets must be issued into production in order to earn a profit for the business. And we have here the 2 methods used in issuing. Number 1 is informal issuing. Informal issuing is which the storeroom is open to the kitchen staff, free to enter when supplies are needed. Room is subject to thief if not properly controlled. No ability to separate costs, and if multiple retail outlets use same room. And we have here the number 2 is formal issuing, which means buyer purchases goods on behalf of all outlets and issues them at cost to each individual outlet, which means process of releasing items, controlled verification, immediate information on daily food costs by revenue center is available. We have here the direct issues in issuing. Product issues immediately into production from the receiving dock. Should be recorded in the storeroom's inventory for record keeping purposes. We must have a record keeping for our products, and expenditure must be charged to the cost center to which it is issued. Product requisitions are forms used to identify foods needed by the chef. Oh yes, we need to have a product requisitions para magamit sa chef if needed. And direct issues is purchase requisition are internal documents used, which means in businesses that have formal storeroom operations and for special equipment that is needed. We need an internal documentation. And that will be all. Thank you.
Issuing beverages. Issuing is the process of moving products from storage rooms to drink production and service areas. The correct quantity of products must be issued to meet estimated guest demand. This process must be carefully controlled to minimize product misuse, as the managers can match issues of items with the amount of revenues they should produce. Beverages managers must do all that is practical to control beverage products at the time of issue. Beverages costs are increased if there is a lack of control in this process. Given the importance of security, it is difficult to justify the open door policies that exist in some operations. The importance or purpose of this is to provide internal control over the purchasing process, prevents fraud, creates an audit trail, and helps to make the purchasing process streamline the process, and allow management to exercise control over employees' purchase. The objective of issuing is to ensure proper authorization for the transfer of food products to production department of the operation. The issuing function shall be designed to guarantee that only authorized personnel order and receive products from the facility's storage areas. So this is an example of requisition forms. Requisition forms are used to control the issuing function. Inventory items can only be issued to employees with properly authorized requisition forms. At this control point, products are changing departments and documentation for cost control is critical. This is a form used for taking goods from the issuing department, concerned head of the department containing information like name, unit cost, total cost, and signature, issued and balance prepared it. This is also known as identity. Inventory turnover rates measure the frequency with which beverages are ordered and sold. The formula for the inventory turnover rate is cost of goods sold plus average amount in inventory. The cost of goods sold in the formula is the cost to purchase the beverage products that generated beverage revenue. The average inventory in the formula is the monetary value or amount of all products in inventory at the beginning of the period plus the amount of inventory at the end of the period divided by 2. Effective managers routinely calculate and monitor changes in their inventory rates. Effective issuing helps ensure that products removed from storage generate the product's expected amount of revenue. When products are issued, the FIFO or the first in first out system must be followed. Proper stock rotation minimizes spoilage, contamination, and loss of product quality. The order in which products are assembled for issuing is the reverse of the order